best, simple and plain. That's why I play the game. To be the best, you have to win. And that's what drives me.
He's the best player in the game. It's just that simple.
Yo, what it do, good people? We is back with another vid. Need y'all to like, share, and subscribe to this live. We're going to get right into it. We is going to get right into it. These LA riots, not even just the riots in LA, these protests all across America is getting out of hand. Let's get right into it. Wait a minute. They put graffiti on here saying this is stolen land. These people is not playing out here. This is crazy.
This game, you're not ready for.
Well, hey there. Yeah, things continue to be pretty active in downtown LA right now with that curfew now lifted. You can see there's still a very large police presence here. Protests are growing across the country. There was activity in Las Vegas, Spokane, Seattle overnight. And here, as you're seeing this police motorcade go, last night there was another big protest in downtown LA. Demonstrators gathered outside of City Hall, and they were overall very peaceful, these protesters. But police in riot gear, a full hour and a half before the 8 p.m. curfew went into effect, police in riot gear and on horseback charged into the protesters, chasing protesters, trying to disperse the crowds. We were there, our team, we almost got kind of run over as well. It's just a sign that these clashes are not ending anytime soon. We have reached out to LAPD to ask them why did they kind of disperse the crowds in this way a full hour and a half before the 8 p.m. curfew. They have not responded to that question. But protesters tell us they are going to continue taking to the streets. They say they will be out here as long as the National Guard and Marines are. Back to you.
Nah, they've been. Well, give me 1 second, y'all. Now, I've been seeing them throwing bricks at police. They've been running in the middle of traffic. They've been doing all type of crazy stuff.
And every one of you has an immigrant in your family. Every single one of you has an immigrant in your family.
Senior correspondent Steve Harrigan reporting live from Los Angeles. Hi, Steve.
I'm Arthur, the DHS secretary, saying President Trump has told her to use everything that we have to bring peace on the streets, that is the goal. There have been more than 1,500 arrests or detentions since this unrest began, and the momentum is building. Here's the DHS secretary.
Protect American cities from lawlessness, and we'll do what it takes to put the American citizens first and make sure they have the opportunity to sleep safely in their beds at night.
DHS officials also say that attacks on federal officers are up more than 400% since this unrest began. She vowed that those responsible for violent attacks on federal agents would be caught and punished severely. As far as the situation here on the streets of Los Angeles, another second night of curfew. Minor damage done as far as arrests go. 81 people arrested. They were mainly dispersed by officers on horseback out in front of City Hall. So relatively quiet night. Another 81 arrests here over the past 24 hours. Martha, back to you.
But I heard some of them only protecting federal buildings. I heard they only protecting federal buildings. All them people that Trump sent over here, the National Guard. Let's see though. Give me 1 second.
There's some breaking news out of Commerce right now. A big group of people have gathered here to protest ICE raids. We haven't seen any law enforcement there. Mike Rogers on the desk telling us that the LA County Sheriff's Department is monitoring this, but they are not on the ground there. You can see a car kind of smoking out there in the parking lot, maybe doing some donuts earlier. We don't know, but we don't know why that car's smoking.
Doing a burnout, I think, is what it is.
But yeah, again, no visible police presence out there.
And we're going to.
That's what I've been trying to find out. Where's the police presence at when they doing all this looting and rioting and doing this dumb stuff? They blocking traffic, cars can't get through. This is crazy.
Keep monitoring the situation there. If anything should change, we'll let you know. But as Susie was saying, Sheriff's Department is monitoring this from a distance, and so far they have not moved in.
Well, meanwhile, it is night 7 of protests in downtown LA. Let's head to our Lauren Posen live inside the 1 square mile of downtown LA under a curfew in effect until 6 a.m.
Lauren, how many arrests have you seen there tonight?
At least a dozen, Juan. You know, it's been quite a night. We're back over here at LAPD headquarters, and you can see officers are stationed all around it here as this continues. At around 7:11 tonight, rather, we all got alerts on our phones warning us, or alerting us, rather, about this curfew. But despite that, some people chose not to follow it, and they quickly found out exactly what happens when you don't. So let's go to that video now. Police arrested a handful of protesters near Alameda and Temple. We also saw a few vehicles connected to the protest towed from that area. Now, this is, of course, the third night of the curfew put in place by Mayor Karen Bass, and law enforcement is making it clear that they're enforcing it. We were also there as officers loaded on the protesters onto this white LAPD bus, and as they drove off, they were chanting chants of saying "Free Palestine." LAPD posted on X that protesters were throwing bricks, concrete, and commercial-grade fireworks at officers. And in response, police used rubber bullets and other crowd control tools. Now, on Wednesday, LAPD says they made 7 arrests for breaking curfew. And how this works out is that every morning, LAPD releases the numbers from the night before. So we'll get those numbers from tomorrow. And of course, the mayor says that this curfew is going to be in place until further notice. But
so that's crazy. Everybody got to be affected by this curfew. So everybody is affected by this curfew because they out here doing this. Yeah, I don't want no parts. And for the people that's not a part of this, that's out there trying to make themselves a part of that, crazy work.
you know, the big question for a lot of people who live downtown and work downtown is, how much longer is this going to go on? Because it's actually impacted them in a major way. And we'll have that part of the story for you coming up later in our newscast. Reporting live outside police headquarters, Lauren Posen, KCAL News.
All right. Man, I just seen some videos. I'm trying to get back to the video that I was seeing.
Speechify Studio is for the content creators, the e-learning educators, the marketing pros, and
Los Angeles is bracing for a 7th straight day of protests after a small section of downtown LA spent its second night under a curfew.
The ongoing immigration raids in the city are now being supported by federal troops, despite state and local authorities continuing to say they're not needed. NBC's Liz Kreutz has the latest from Los Angeles.
Well, hey there. Yeah, things continue to be pretty active in downtown LA right now with that curfew now lifted. You can see there's still a very large police presence here. Protests are growing across the country. There was activity in Las Vegas, Spokane, Seattle overnight. And here, as you're seeing this police motorcade go, last night there was another big protest in downtown LA. Demonstrators gathered outside of City Hall, and they were overall very peaceful, these protesters. But police in riot gear, a full hour and a half before the 8 p.m. curfew went into effect, police in riot gear and on horseback charged into the protesters, chasing protesters, trying to disperse the crowds. We were there, our team, we almost got kind of run over as well. It's just...
You got your dumb ass out there. Yeah. If this is something real serious, why you got people that shouldn't be out there? There should be only law enforcement out there, but they got to get this video footage. They got to get the video footage for the media. That's the purpose of these riots. It's all about capturing this footage. That's all it's about. We ain't trying to hear no more of the shit you talking about. Let's see.
More breaking news now. The protests against ICE and immigration raids. Another one's forming right now in downtown Chicago. Our Sabrina Franza is live there for us, speaking to protesters. And Sabrina, what are they telling you?
Hi, Marie. This is the second large protest that we've seen here in Chicago this week alone. It is just getting underway. As you can hear behind me, people are gathering here ahead of this rally and then march to follow. If you take a look behind me, you can see some of the folks who are starting to gather here, protesting against what they say is the Trump agenda, protesting against ICE executing deportations here in the city of Chicago. Now, this protest is being run by the Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights, but there will also be speakers from other organizations like Equality Illinois and the Arab American Action Network. So multiple groups all saying they are upset with the way that the federal government has been acting since the Trump administration started their second administration this January. And so they're all gathering together to march collectively. Earlier today, there was a smaller protest at a different part of this area downtown in front of Immigration Court. We met some of those protesters there who are putting their bodies in front of vehicles they suspected were carrying migrants or those who are attending their immigration hearings. Take a listen.
Why don't you take your masks off? No ICE in Chicago! No ICE in Chicago!
He sat down in the front of the car. Hold on.
No ICE in Chicago! Get out of here!
Now, the video you're watching is from one of the folks that was outside of Immigration Court earlier today. They were telling us that they've been taking shifts to try to make sure that that area is covered when they suspect that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, accompanied, it seems, by Homeland Security, the FBI and ATF at times, to make sure that those...
That's great. So who is dude? Because he just told him to stop and he stopped. What building is this? This shit. Man, they didn't on the building. I wonder what building this is. They didn't put graffiti on the building. Them pepper spray bombs. Man, that's so good. Yeah. This motherfucker gonna grab the sign like that's gonna do something. I bet that shit hurt. He grabbed the sound like it's gonna stop the gas from him. Like, stupid. You big dummy. Look at this. Come on, man. This is crazy. Like, what is the purpose of him doing it? And he over there taking his time and he really crafting it. Like, he really crafting. Hey, you loitering. I mean, not loitering, you littering. Pick that up. Y'all saw that, but we don't supposed to litter.
Right.
55. Look at all them out there with the camera. Oh, dog. 55. That's crazy work. 35, y'all. Still alive. Now, y'all, these are all ice agents. These are all ice agents. All these cops. You saw you almost fall. live. Check it live.
Yeah, bitch, get the fuck out of here, pussy! Come on! Come on! What you finna do, pussy ass bitches?
Check it live. Check it live. Crazy work.
You don't fucking kill them.
So they just raided a Nebraska meat processing plant center. That's crazy.
People's identity.
Check it live. Check it live. Hit the heart, guys. Hit the heart.
Hey, man, look. What the fuck? Whoa. Hey, look at me. Hit me. You fucking ran me off. What's your oh, hell no. This is, oh my God.
Check it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart.
No. You're not taking people. You're not taking them. You're not taking people. Don't touch the bitch. Don't touch the people. Get out of the way. First of all, let's go.
Check it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart.
Fucking Miguel!
Shut it live. Shut it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart.
Make sure you record this.
Get back. Record this.
Get back. Get back.
Hey, that was a
Get
pee.
back. Get back.
That was a pee. Fucking Miguel! Fuck you guys!
Fuck guys.
Fuck you!
He broke this. I'll break him more, bitch. Which one? I'll break him more, bitch. I'll break him more. Hell no. Fuck you.
No.
Shut it live. Shut it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart.
He didn't do nothing. Just leave it.
Crazy. Get in.
Fuck you guys! Fuck you!
Now this is in Nebraska though. That was in Nebraska.
It's at least open now.
Shut it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart. Yolanda, Red, hit the heart. Hit the heart.
I know what I mean. Exiting, making entry. Just stay back for a minute. We're going to be busy here, okay? We're not going to make the delivery right now. I'll get you a copy of that one, sir.
Shut it live. Hit the heart. Hit the heart.
Is everybody here employees of the business?
Yes.
Okay. Just have them stay there for now. We're going to everybody in a minute.
You got it.
He's right here. Yeah, don't let any of the office employees leave. We're just kind of not dealing with them at the moment.
Can I go? You guys gotta come back. Bring your paperwork with you. You're fine. Go this way.
Loading.
What's up? Come here. Show your hands. Manos arriba. Manos arriba. Hey. Come on. Come on.
about all these people that are just trying to make a living, and now they're trying to snatch them away and take them back to wherever they just came from. Crazy work. And let me know how y'all feel about that in the comment section. Let me know. Like, I understand both sides, but it's like, what if the roles was reversed?
You got one for
Keep these off, all right? Warm your hands up.
No problem.
As long as you check out.
Or she here, and
maybe I did. Okay, you did. They doing digital fingerprint scanning. Like, look at all this. Right here. Check this live, y'all.
sometimes it like.
No, explain to them.
Okay. Sí, en 2 años. Okay.
Cuidado con los.
Check this live, y'all.
I did. Give me a call. Sorry, we're already free.
The smart way to buy business insurance takes 5 minutes. Go to buywork.com or give us a call to get started.
Welcome back. As the Trump administration ramps up arrests of migrants at court hearings and what would otherwise be regular Homeland Security check-ins, our Maria Villarreal takes a look in our prime focus at how those arrests are affecting migrant families, many of whom have small children and are sometimes American citizens, and the chilling effect lawyers say it will have on the legal immigration process.
This is Carmen walking out of a San Antonio immigration court, hands zip-tied behind her back with ICE agents forcing her into a secured transport van. Moments after her immigration case was dismissed. Her husband, a U.S. citizen, walking nearby, trying to protect her.
Pues íbamos felices porque pensábamos que íbamos a dar un avance más a su caso. Y entramos y hasta en la misma corte, cuando están hablando con la juez, está uno de migración sentado ahí mandando mensajes a los de afuera. Yo lo vi porque yo le dije a él, le dije, tú eres de migración. Y él no me decía nada, se quedaba callado.
When you exited the court, what happened?
Se le amontonaron los agentes para quererla agarrar. Ella les dijo que tenía a sus hijas aquí en la casa, que por favor no se la llevaran. Y no, a ellos no les importa nada de eso.
One of Carmen's 5 daughters, 7-year-old Galilea, worries her mother may never come
Hit the
home.
heart button, y'all. Share this
Galilea
live.
and her
Share this live.
sisters, also U.S. citizens.
And then my mom couldn't breathe, or her hand was twisted, and I don't know. She was they put her in a dog cage. I don't know.
Now that's sad.
Then my mom
I ask y'all a question. Do we supposed to have feelings and sympathy for this that's going on? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section.
Couldn't breathe, or her hand was twisted, and I don't know. She was they put her in a dog cage. I don't know.
Attorneys for the
Why you say no, AJ? What they say? Ajax the Great. Why you say no? What if the roles was reversed? What if it was you? Share this live, y'all. Tap the hearts. Tap the hearts.
Department of Justice filed to dismiss Carmen's case without notifying her attorneys, and the judge granted the request despite objections from her legal team.
Carmen walked out of the courtroom and was immediately detained by ICE because she was no longer under the jurisdiction and therefore the protection of the immigration court. Everything has been turned on its head because ICE is now seeking to dismiss all the cases before the court so that they can apply what's called expedited removal to people, and that essentially is a deportation without due process.
Expedited removal is a process that allows the government to quickly deport migrants without a hearing before an immigration.
But where you gonna go? Where you gonna go? You gonna go back to where you was at, where you was in poverty, violence already? Who want to go back living like that? We got to ask, when they pick all these immigrants up, where are they taking them? Where are they going? Where are the kids going?
Judge. Under President Biden, the process applied to apprehended migrants who'd recently crossed into the U.S. near the border. But President Trump has expanded its use to apply to migrants apprehended in the interior of the country who've been in the U.S. for less than 2 years. Homeland Security defending the practice, saying in a statement that if migrants have a credible claim of fear, they will continue in immigration proceedings. But if no valid claim is found, aliens will be subject to a swift deportation. Kate Lincoln Gold.
Like a lot of these people came over here to escape what they was going through. I understand. Like I said, I'm not being biased. I'm not taking one side on this, because what if the roles was reversed? And people got to look at it like that. And then we got to look at it from the standpoint, they using our taxpayer dollars to get them. They used our money to get them over here, and now they're using our money to get them back to wherever they're taking them. Like, people got to think about that.
Goldfinch is the immigration attorney representing Carmen. She calls this family separation 2.0.
What makes this, I think, even worse than the family separations at the border is that many of these families have been living in the United States for many years. And like Carmen, these kids are U.S. citizens. Their spouses are U.S. citizens. And
that's correct. I get your point 100%. But my thing is, we all being affected by this, and people not even paying attention to it. They causing all this mass destruction in the middle of downtown LA. People got to live down there. People got to go to work. We all being affected by it. So people got to look at it from both standpoints. Like, what if you was in that position where you had to do that to fight for your family? Just think about it. And then we got to look at it from the standpoint, y'all destroying the streets as well. Y'all disrupting people that got to really live here. So we got to look at it from both standpoints. We got to look at it from that way. We can't be mad at them because they weren't the ones, they wanted to come over here, but they let them over here. That was Biden and all of them. They let them over here. That was Biden and them. And now Trump getting rid of them. Now everybody hate Trump because he getting rid of them. Like, it's crazy work.
these families are getting torn apart, and the aftermath is so traumatic.
Have you been able to talk to your mom?
Yes. Yesterday I talked to her.
You did?
Yep.
Did you share any secrets?
No.
No secrets. What did you tell her?
That she told me that she misses me, and I told her I miss her. So, yeah.
Yeah. And then what do you do now that your mommy's been gone for a little bit? What are you trying to do to help around here?
Save money.
You're saving money.
All right, listen to what she just said. Save money. Yeah.
What are you saving money for?
To take her out.
Yeah?
Harmon is just one of thousands caught up in the administration's latest attempt to detain and deport more migrants. The Immigrant Legal Resource Center in San Antonio has been sending volunteers to this immigration court for weeks to help people understand their rights and document all of this.
Is this private property?
Live, y'all. That is live.
We'll just close the door. How about that?
Okay, that's great.
The tactic is to terrorize, to corner people into making a hard decision of not showing up, right, to their court hearing, and also to be very cruel. If there is arrests or detainments, they want to show very visible cruelty of that very inhumane process that it has become.
I heard they were sending out documents telling them to show up to the whatchamacallit, and that's when they all got arrested too. That's crazy. I'm not being biased. We over here because we think we got it comfortable and we all good. Man,
3 people arrested.
the same way this going on with them, it could switch on us in the flick of a light switch, and people not even thinking about that. People not even thinking about that. We think we got it all good over here right now, and look at the stuff that we going through. Trump with the tariffs, all type of stuff. People not even looking at that.
After last night's anti-ICE protest in Tucson. Thanks for joining us. I'm Valerie Cavazos. The demonstration turned violent and led to property damage. 13 News reporter Renee Romo joins us live outside of the ICE field office where it took place. Now, Renee, what do we know about who was arrested out there?
Well, Valerie, as you said, this afternoon, Tucson Police Department identified the 3 people arrested and added that their ongoing investigation could result in additional charges or arrests.
I want a lawyer. What is your name? I want a lawyer.
23-year-old Natalia Navarro was arrested for unlawful assembly and resisting arrest. 46-year-old Sue Latassin Amador was arrested for obstructing a public thoroughfare and disorderly conduct. And 23-year-old Hannah Hartrinet was arrested for obstructing a public thoroughfare and unlawful assembly. All 3 were booked into the Pima County Jail. However, records show as of 3 p.m. today, they have been released. TBD said while they support the right to assemble and express one's viewpoints on critical issues, the line is crossed once it goes beyond doing so peacefully. They went on to say, quote, the demonstration related to national concerns surrounding immigration enforcement began peacefully. However, as the event progressed, several individuals engaged in criminal behavior, including vandalism of nearby businesses and the assault of private security personnel. The Tucson field office saw substantial damage to their building yesterday, from graffiti to broken windows. Crews have since painted over the graffiti and boarded up the windows. I walked around to the businesses that surround the ICE field office to ask what yesterday looked like, and many nearby told me they were given a heads up about the protest by officers, with some businesses deciding to close early and clear out before the protest started. One business had put up signs to tell protesters that they were not ICE, but they still saw some graffiti near their.
Yeah, I understand Trump said that and told everybody that, but y'all still ain't looking at the big picture. They using our taxpayer dollars to do this dumbass shit. They using our taxpayer dollars to do this dumbass shit. And now they out here rioting and vandalizing buildings and things like that. Like, just think about that. It ain't like you saying that they shouldn't have been over here. Okay, who let them over here? You act like they came over here. Some of them did sneak over here. But what I'm saying is, when Biden opened the gates for this shit to happen, he the one started this shit. Biden did this. And now Trump supposedly cleaning it up, but he's using our taxpayer dollars to do this. Like, people got to think about that.
Entrance, adding that some protesters arrived early and gathered outside of their business, scaring some of their customers away. And when they were asked to leave, I was told the protesters weren't very compliant. A manager at Safe Light around the corner tells me while they had no issues, he does wonder if yesterday's protest is just a warm-up for the No Kings protest on Saturday. Despite being a bit concerned about another protest in the area, he says all they can do is take the proper precautions. I spoke with one activist who tells me she does not want protesters to turn to violence. However, she does want them to remain vigilant.
And like I said, and it only been 2 years. And it's crazy how all of them came over here like that. We said, oh, Biden letting all them over here. Look at all these migrants coming over here. And now look what's going on. Y'all didn't think this was going to happen when Trump said what he said and he said he was going to deport their ass? Y'all didn't think this was going to happen? It's crazy work. Let's see.
Just let it rain on me like, oh.
Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest. The arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes. Since you have refused to disperse, you will be placed under arrest on the charge of disorderly conduct. If you do not cooperate and accompany the arresting officer to the prisoner transport vehicle, or if you resist arrest, you may be charged with additional crimes.
Doug.
There's so many videos that you can click on.
Here's what you want to do.
See that shit. And she look like she black. She told them to get their ass out the way. You see what I'm saying? They disturbing people that gotta, well, I ain't saying she should have did that, but what I'm saying, they disturbing people that gotta go to work, go home, that live down there. This is absurd. I don't condone. But we as people should have seen this coming, though. We should have seen this coming when Trump said what he said. We've supposed to already been prepared for this. Like how the police not actually prepared for what's going on. Like, it's crazy. They should have been already prepared. Now they talking about we getting prepared, we doing this. Only person was the lieutenant from Florida. I'm gonna play that video. He the only one stood strong and said what was really gonna happen if they did this shit down there.
Hey, fuck you!
when I speak about not being biased, and when I speak on the other side, I'm only speaking on for the children, the kids. The kids shouldn't have to go through this. The parents put them in this. Like, you know.
Fuck out of here! Black Lives Matter! Black Lives Matter! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Our streets! Whose streets? Our streets! Whose streets? No fascist, no effect! No Trump! Fuck Trump! Fuck guys! 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 Fuck Trump! No fear! Immigrants are welcome here! No hate! No fear! Immigrants are welcome here!
That's crazy. That's crazy. Shaky, what you doing down there? Is that Shaky? Crazy bird.
Okay, so this afternoon, the California Highway Patrol got reports of pedestrians illegally entering the freeway on US 101, constituting a public safety hazard. Large contingents of the California Highway Patrol responded and arrested and detained 67 individuals for failing to disperse and for refusing to obey a law enforcement officer's lawful order. So as you'll see behind me, all 67 parties are being processed, and they'll either be cited and released or booked into jail. That's all.
What's that? It's our studio. Oh, you said OBS? Oh, I heard of that. Yeah. I appreciate that, bro. I'm gonna do that once I get up off of here. So next time I can be able to. I get what you're saying. Appreciate that, bro. Get out. Look out. Look at these idiots. Wake up. Get out. Get his life, guys. Get his life. Get out. Crazy bird. Hey. You got white people. You know they don't belong in. Now, what are they doing in there? Look at them. What do y'all need out of CVS that y'all got to steal? They got to be just drunk, just joining the crowd. They got to be drunk. Yeah. Ready in the white, ready in the yellow. And they putting fear in the people. This is all evil. America's an evil place. It's evil out here. It's crazy. You right about that. Terrorism to America. Yep. Yeah, that's crazy.
Hi.
I want to find this video I was talking about. This ain't the one. I want the whole thing. Fuck.
The Florida Attorney General has announced new protections for immigration agents, and today the sheriff and
I'll start out by addressing the doxing issue that we were talking about. Our ICE agents, just like our Florida Highway Patrol, are our partners. We all ride together in this. We all are out here to make sure that we're protecting our citizens, protecting our communities. Many of them have been called to the border. Many of them have been called to other locations to deal with the amount of fugitives and things that are going on, detainers. So for us, we will have their back. We will work closely with Colonel Howes and his team in making sure that we're increasing patrol, we're watching them. Anybody that's doxing them, as the General said, we passed a law about 4 or 5 years ago that makes it illegal to dox here in the state of Florida. So anybody that's doing that, we will take them to full task on doing it. We will stand with you. I want to define a couple things, and our general was very kind in how he said things. I'm not as usually as elegant in how I say things, so I'm gonna first say that peaceful protests are part of our democracy. We invite people to share their opinions. That's what our country is all about. The key word in that is peaceful.
Peaceful. Yeah.
And if it's peaceful, us in law enforcement are going to make sure you have a safe environment to do it in. That's part of that process. If you let it turn violent, You do not want to do that in Brevard County. I'm going to tell you that, and I believe I can speak for my fellow sheriffs around the rest of the state. You don't want to let it happen. And just so there's no confusion, because I don't want to hear any whining later saying we didn't know.
No, that's fact.
I'm going to break it down for you, all right? Because as you watch these riots unfold across the rest of the country, what you are seeing is buildings being burned down, police cars being bricked, having explosive devices thrown on them, having fire, guns pointed at them, bricks thrown at them, all and on. So I'm gonna break it down for you, all right? And if somebody wants to know what I mean by turn violent, all right, this is what I mean. If you resist lawful orders, you're going to jail. Let me be very clear about that. If you block an intersection or a roadway in Brevard County, you are going to jail. If you flee arrest, you're going to go to jail tired, because we are going to run you down and put you in jail. If you try to mob rule a car in Brevard County, gathering around it, refusing to let the driver leave, in our county, you're most likely going to get run over and dragged across the street. If you spit on us, you're going to the hospital and in jail. If you hit one of us, you're going to the hospital and jail, and most likely get bitten by one of our big, beautiful dogs that we have here. If you throw a brick, firebomb, or point a gun at one of our deputies, we will be notifying your family where to collect your remains at, because we will kill you graveyard dead. We're not going to play. This has got to stop. You're watching what's taking place out there. You're seeing police officers that are being attacked, being spit on, being put in harm's way just for doing their jobs. You're seeing ICE agents that are being targeted for doing their jobs. And you're seeing obstructionists that are doing all of this, standing in the way of law and order. Not here, not in the state of Florida. So to make it real simple, if you don't want to have any of those things happen to you, obey the law. Go protest all you want. Do it peacefully. Stand on the mountaintops and yell your opinion, your views. We invite that. But don't you dare break the law, because it won't go well for you. All right, gentlemen? Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that man don't play no games. Y'all heard what he said. Y'all heard what the man said. But yeah, I'm about to get up off here, y'all. I will be back. I'm gonna go download that OBS and see what's to it, big dog. But yeah, y'all go over to that YouTube, like, share, and subscribe. We the People TV. Go.